Alright guys, welcome back to another one. So Square Enix recently dropped their Tokyo Game Show 2025 lineup. As most of you guys should know, we're not too far away from this now. It begins on September 25th and runs through until September 28th. That means we are 3 weeks away from TGS, the next big gaming event of the year, and obviously the final one will be the Game Awards. I wanted to talk about this today because I know that a lot of people have their sights set on TGS, especially if we're looking in the realm of Kingdom Hearts 4. This is the one that I feel like a lot of the community, at least for those who have been hopeful that we will receive something this year for Kingdom Hearts 4, that this will be the place where it happens. If you guys have been keeping up with my videos throughout the year talking about Kingdom Hearts' possible appearance throughout 2025, I haven't really been so hopeful about Tokyo Game Show. My personal opinion would be that TGA, the Game Awards, is the more likely spot where I think if Square Enix plan to show trailer number 2 for Kingdom Hearts 4, that's where it will be. That's personally what I'm holding out for. And as I've been saying in many of my videos, if we do not receive a trailer or a substantial update for Kingdom Hearts 4 this year, then something grooky is definitely going on with the Kingdom Hearts dev team. Like, I will genuinely be worried about the current state of development for that game. However, looking at TGS, the lineup is definitely what I was expecting. We've got Dragon Quest 1 and 2, Final Fantasy Tactics, Octopath Traveler 0, Final Fantasy 7 Remake for Switch 2, The Adventures of Elliot. Personally, I'm really excited for this one, so it'll be nice to see if we get any updates on that. Killer N is also going to be there, Dragon Quest 10 Online, and obviously Final Fantasy 14. To be honest, that's actually quite a stacked lineup. I was a little bit worried in terms of Square Enix's lineup for TGS this year, but with their recent announcements like bringing forth Final Fantasy Tactics, Octopath Traveler, as well as The Adventures of Elliot, that's obviously added and bulked up their pipeline a little bit, even though right now the only 2026 title for Square is The Adventures of Elliot. Maybe aside from Dragon Quest 1 and 2, and then obviously looking at Final Fantasy 7 Remake on Switch, I'm excited for specifically Tactics, Octopath Traveler, and The Adventures of Elliot. I plan on picking all 3 of these up. For most of these games too, there are also going to be some stage presentations, so there will be some new news for those specific titles that will be given there. But what most people are paying attention to right now is the fact that Kingdom Hearts isn't present on this lineup. So let me explain this. There is simply no way that Kingdom Hearts was ever going to be on this lineup with where we're currently at in regards to the marketing cycle of Kingdom Hearts 4, because it simply hasn't begun. And if it was a case that Square Enix planned to re-reveal Kingdom Hearts 4 at TGS, it would not be a part of a lineup that is publicly shown weeks out of the event actually happening. I feel like we go through the same revolving cycle every single year whenever TGS comes up. Do know that Square Enix sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes tend to add more titles to their lineup as we approach closer to TGS. Now that's not to say it's going to happen this time around, but let's say that there is an event that happens before TGS, like a Nintendo Direct or a PlayStation State of Play, both of which, by the way, are apparently rumored from a couple of different insiders within the industry in regards to those happening. So let's say that there was another Square Enix title that was revealed at either of those, and there's a chance that once that happens, let's say in a week's time or something like that, then it would be added to the TGS lineup. Now, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade or kill the hype, but what people should understand about TGS is it's really more of a showcase that is dedicated towards providing updates on already announced Japanese titles. Some of the devs and publishers that go to TGS tend to do special showcases while the event is running and step forward and announce things, but typically speaking, and especially if we're looking in Square Enix's direction, they usually only ever use TGS to provide a presentation or further updates on games that have already been revealed. It's not really a place where Square Enix steps forward to reveal new things. And I feel like even though Kingdom Hearts 4 is a game that has already been revealed, I'm not too sure if they actually would use TGS as the location to re-reveal the game, because that's a pretty big undertaking considering how gargantuous that project is. So because of that, my gut feeling tells me that Square Enix would likely just do a random shadow drop for Kingdom Hearts 4, just, hey, here's trailer number 2, or use an event that like the whole world tunes into, like the Game Awards or Summer Games Fest, as the place to re-reveal Kingdom Hearts 4. The only reason why I'm saying this is I do want people to temper their expectations when it comes to TGS. I haven't felt confident about it. I think the only time we should really ever expect Kingdom Hearts at TGS should be once the marketing and promotional cycle of a Kingdom Hearts game is currently in full effect. Kingdom Hearts certainly has a presence at the Tokyo Game Show, just when we are leading up to the actual launch and release of that said Kingdom Hearts title. It's just that I know whenever we've been talking about like, yo, when do you think Kingdom Hearts 4 will pop up in 2025? The most common answer here is the Tokyo Game Show, which I don't blame people for thinking that because, you know, it's a Japanese related game show. Naturally though, I keep going back to the information that was fed to me back in June with the mention that Kingdom Hearts 4 isn't too far off getting another trailer, and so I am always paying attention to any of these bigger events that pop out throughout the year. I think at this point, any place is viable, but then also understanding what Square Enix use these different events for kind of allows you to sort of temper your expectations a little bit better. Not saying it's impossible, and I would absolutely love to be proved wrong. I'm actually desperately hoping we are proved wrong. It's insane to think that in 2 months' time, it'll be 3.5 years since Kingdom Hearts 4 was first revealed. And we still know pretty much nothing. This is the quietest, this is the driest, and with the cancellation of Missing Link, this is the hardest period of time the Kingdom Hearts franchise has ever gone through. So yeah, we are, we're pretty down desperate for an update. However guys, that's all from me today. Just thought I'd keep you in the loop with what's going on with Square Enix and Tokyo Game Show. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to slap that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A big thank you to my wonderful patrons and YouTube members. I really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll chat again real soon.